So if you want to live your best life, right, and you want to live your dreams and you want to live your potential, then you might want to stick around for this video, because I'm going to be talking about some mind-blowing stuff, and I want to ask you a very intriguing question, and that is, who is wanting those things? So you might say, well, it's kind of obvious, Susan, I'm the one who's won those things, right? But I want to ask you this: will the true you step forward? You see, we have two selves. They're the one self that's been programmed ever since we were like a little kid, ever since we were a little child, to have the beliefs that you have believed, and to have all the thinking processes that you have, and to see things through a certain lens, right? So let me ask you this question. If you were born on the other side of the world in a completely different country, completely different culture, with a completely different set of beliefs, do you think that you would be the same person? And obviously the answer is no, but it's kind of yes too. You see, we do have these two selves. We have this persona which we're playing, which is changeable, and then we have our real self, our consciousness. And this persona that you're playing, it has been dreamed up ever since you were like a little boy or little girl. And ever since we've been children, we've been dreaming this dream of who we think who we are. All of our likes, all our dislikes, all our fears, all our concerns, all these things. And I want to ask you this question too. Who handed you all those beliefs and ideas about yourself? Like, did you consciously decide when you were a little kid that the concepts and beliefs handed to you were the ones that you thought to yourself, yeah, this is what I want to believe. This is what I want to adopt as my core identity. Now, most likely not, because each one of us were handed different beliefs and concepts about ourselves when we were small. And we don't really have like any choice in that matter. And when we're kids, we like believe anything. So that's the magic of being a child. We're literally natural born believers. This is why Jesus was always talking about becoming like a child, right? So if you want to make serious changes in your life this year, you need to come to grips with the self that you want to be. And when you start to understand that you are pure conscious awareness, and that if you want to go and make changes in your life, you need to stop trying to make them from the persona, from the part that you're playing, right? That's what we do all the time. We try to change the part that we're playing, and instead we need to go back into our core identity. You need to step into your true identity as the I am conscious awareness and make changes from that identity, okay? Not from the program that you've been running, the version of yourself that you think you are, and that's been on autopilot ever since that you were little. It's literally like a complete identity shift, a complete change in the way that you see yourself. Because your concept of self is your reality. So if you want your reality to change, then you have to change your concept of self. If you want different results in your life, you have to start literally living from a different persona. So on this channel, I talk a lot about living your life as if it was a movie and stepping into the starring role of your life. And many of us are still playing the cameo like in other people's stories, right? And we're wondering when we're going to get a break. So think about it this way. Your true self, your conscious awareness, the real you, it's like an actor in this movie called life. And just like an actor in like some Hollywood production, they can choose to play whatever role that they want. However, that particular role confines them to acting in that particular way, all right? So for example, think of the actor Henry Cavill who played Superman. Now, when he's Superman, he's got all the attributes of Superman. But when he plays The Witcher, right, then he's going to have the attributes of The Witcher. And when he played his role in the TV series The Tudors, he had all the attributes of that particular character that he was playing. It was still the same person, right? But in each role, he had a completely different identity. And in that identity, he was able to do things and perceive the world in a different way. And it's the same way with each one of us. Our true identity, it's pure conscious awareness, the presence of I am living through us. See, what we're trying to do is we're trying to change the role that we're playing, rather than realizing that you are the actor. You're the presence that is playing the role. And this is the key, like, to radical change in your life. You have to be the change rather than trying to change yourself. You have to step into the present moment. You've got to assume a whole new identity, a whole new role, right? Rather than trying to patch up the old one, which is what we've all been doing, and it doesn't work, right? You have to understand that there is only one presence in this world, which is living through each one of us. There's only one life, there's only one consciousness experiencing the world in like a myriad of individualized forms, and you and I happen to be one of them, okay? So when you realize that, this beginning of a dynamic and amazing love relationship can begin, and understanding that you're pure consciousness, and that consciousness loves that persona that you've been created, and you can change that persona anytime you want, because in reality, you are that consciousness. Now listen, for example, if you struggle like with overeating, over drinking, or whatever it may be, rather than trying to fix that programming, you need to step into a whole new program. You are the programmer, and you can reinstall new software on this hard drive of your life. Many of us, we're trying to change ourselves, and it's like it's futile, right? As trying to get your email program like Gmail, trying to run Quicken or QuickBooks. It's just not going to happen. You have to install a whole new program. You, the programmer, the conscious awareness, have to do this if you want to see real and lasting change in your life. You know, I've heard that Albert Einstein once said that you can't solve a problem from the same level of consciousness that created it. And it's the same way with us. We need to understand who we are and like step into this whole new identity. And it can't be taught. It has to be like caught. You have to have this like aha moment, because I can tell you this, but it's something that you have to awaken to, right? That's why you call it an awakening. And there's an interesting passage in the Bible when Jesus asked the disciple Peter this question. He says, "Who do you say that I am?" And Peter replies, "Yeah, you're the Christ, you're the Son of the living God." And Jesus actually commends Peter for this, and he makes a statement: "Flesh and blood didn't reveal this to you, but my Father who is in heaven." In other words, he didn't get this revelation from hearing it from another human being. He got it from the very presence of God that was residing in him, and essentially was him having the experience as Peter. And it's with each one of you. I can try and wake you up, guys, but it's the presence within you. So if you're watching this video, it's most likely that you are waking up to that fact, and there is something in you that is coming to life, a deeper understanding of who you really are. And many of us, we never even question our beliefs, but if you're still here, then most likely you are, and asking yourself questions like, why do you believe the things that you do? So it's time to shift. It's time to start living in the present from who you really are. And you see, what you do each day is creating your tomorrows by the thoughts that you think, the words that you say, the things that you do. Things just aren't happening to you by accident. Listen to me. It's time to like wake up and realize that if you do not like the movie that you're living in, do not like the role that you're playing, then you can take another role. And you do this by completely embodying the new version of yourself. Like, what does that person look like? Can you see yourself as that person? Can you see yourself like whether it's confident, that you're peaceful, joyful, having all your needs met, where you're living in your best body, that you take care of yourself, you're not addicted to unhealthy foods, you're not addicted to chemical substances and overeating and drinking, you're like calm, you're controlled, you're focused, you're charismatic, you're energetic, you're radiating pure love and positivity everywhere you go. You're literally expressing the kingdom of heaven on earth, right? And that's what we are called to. That's our birthright, by understanding who you really are, stepping into that conscious awareness on each present moment. Because listen, what you do today, who you embody today, it's going to play out on the movie of your life tomorrow. So it's time to make a change. It's time to really understand who you are and start tapping into that presence within you. Because as I always say, the power to transform your life, it's already within you. Have a wonderful day, guys, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye for now.